Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
I'm Kelly Thompson, and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Tales, your source for all that great Marvel stuff. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that photonic biscuit himself. It is
Justin the Owl, recorporating back into solid form.
I was going to say, what happened? Namor walking the room? All right. All right, kids. This time we're going to cover there's a certain movie coming out here soon. So, yes, we're going to cover Captain Marvel 7 and 8 from 2012 and Generation Miss Marvel and Miss Marvel #1. Well, they did just a couple of those because they did a few of those. I think they did they did the two
I didn't even know about that. Was it a bunch of team ups of different? Yeah,
because there's a lot of
different Hawkeyes and
time travel involved because
that's cool.
Ones who, went back in time and interacted with the older versions.
Nice. I'll have to check the rest of those out because I really enjoyed that one. I hadn't read that. I hadn't read any of these really, but
I mean, I didn't look, but I assume they're all on the app, the Generations issues. But I would put nothing past Marvel Unlimited at this point.
I know. Yeah, we've encountered a lot of disappointments on the show, when trying to go to Marvel Unlimited over the last few months.
Yeah. I mean, I just looking at something today. That I always considered like a 3-issue story, which I guess technically it isn't, but like Spectacular Spider-Man 161 through 163, kids, and it's like 161's not there. I'm like, okay, that's weird. I'm like, technically it's not a 3-part story, but it's like I know for a fact 162 references stuff that just happened in 161, and I'm just like, why the?
But still, why would you have that one issue be missing?
Yeah, because I think 160 is there because that's like the Acts of Vengeance crossover, and then it's like
that's right around Acts of Vengeance.
162, 163 is there. I'm like, why that one issue gap?
It's so weird.
I know.
And there's a lot of those 1 or 2 issue gaps on Marvel Unlimited.
Or like they do big jumps. I mean, I guess I don't know how they determine the order, but eventually sometimes they fill in those gaps because.
Oh yeah, they're doing it all the time.
Yeah, because I know for a while they didn't have most or all of the DG Chichester Daredevils, and I think they're all there now.
Right.
So.
Yeah, a bunch of those were missing a few years ago.
Yeah. I was all mad. They only had a few issues of Quasar before. I mean, I haven't looked lately, but I don't think it was the complete series was there from the 90s. But
is it all on there now?
Hold on, I'm gonna look right now.
Last time I looked, it wasn't. That was a while ago.
Nope, only 38 of the 60 issues are on there.
Jeez. Come on, Marvel, get it together. Jeez.
I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I really personally don't care because I have every issue, but it's just, if this is your only way to read it.
Like I said, I mean, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I said it on the last episode. If you're not going to put it on the app, reprint it in a trade paperback or omnibus or something like that so that people can read it. If you're not going to put it online, reprint it so people can read it.
Because it goes to like 20, Quasar goes to issue 27, and then it jumps to 30. So there's 2, 28 and 29.
And then it's probably got the story around 50. Leading up to 50.
We get 27, 30, 32 starting the Galactic Storm crossover, but it's like...
Oh, right.
Yeah, and I know for a fact 30 is continued into 31, so it's like, why the hell was 31 at?
And they've got all the Operation Galactic Storm issues on there, I'm sure.
Yep.
Because that's part of that.
Oh, that's weird. They skipped the Infinity War issues, though.
Oh.
I don't know why they do that. Yeah. Yeah, because it goes from 36 to 41. Then it goes 41 to 43. Then it jumps to 51 and 52. That's it.
Oh no.
50's not on there with the Silver
They don't-
with the Silver Surfer. It's not on there.
They don't have oh yikes.
New.
They should definitely have 50 on there. Wow, that's really surprising to me. Holy cow.
Oh, of course you got to put 42 on there, Marvel. It's the Punisher guest appearance.
Well, do they have the one, the Journey into Mystery 125?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least they've got that on there. Jeez.
Yep. Yeah, because like I said, it goes from 1 to 27, so at least
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Wow, on there. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. They've got those on there at least. But yeah, they should really reprint that last half of that series then, if they're not going to put it on the app. Put it out in a trade. Put it out in an omnibus.
Yeah, I thought at least 50 would be on there. It was Silver Surfer. I thought Silver.
Wasn't that part of a larger story too, or was it just?
That was contained in the Quasar book, but I mean, again, it's like I thought 90 Silver Surfer was a very popular character for them.
Yeah, it was. At least I thought so.
All right. No respect unless you get a TV show or a movie, I guess.
Yeah. Once we see a Quasar movie or TV series announcement, then I'm sure we'll see Quasar for days.
Will and I have been hoping ever since Guardians of the Galaxy 3. We're hoping he's going to be in there and stuff. And
yeah.
Ever since.
Well, we need to see Project Pegasus.
Yes.
Like once we see Project Pegasus come out, then we'll be like, okay, we're gonna see Wendell. Like we're gonna see like it's gonna happen. Like that's a go. Project Pegasus. I've been waiting for that.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
Those were the days. Live reads we did one issue an episode. We did live reads with Matt Kona, and damn it, we got weekly feedback from Ray before he got addicted to the Marvel Snap, you know?
Back in the day.
That's right.
Oh, those were the days. Well, we'll be going back to Quasar.
Yes.
Next year, right here on Marvel Tales for Phil's birthday week. Phil's birthday month, actually.
Yes,
one of the
April.
Weeks
Yes.
I picked some Quasar issues for us to talk about, and they're probably ones that you haven't talked about, I would imagine, for at least a couple of years.
A lot for a couple of years, yeah.
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 Yeah, I picked some pretty obscure ones.
Hey, like I said, at least you know 1 week of what Justin's getting for his birthday.
Oh, yes.
Namor.
Imperious Rex, my bed.
It's so salty.
That's seawater, kids.
Don't get it in your eye.
Oh! Okay, I'm looking for a little Hellfire drop. There's two. You got too damn many left. Where is it? I know it's on this page. Not in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, that's page 2. No, I need page 1, Little Hellfire. No.
Page 1 of 5.
Not in the face.
Is that a sentient tongue?
I think the pants come off next.
No, we were laughing on we just recorded a Daredevil episode. It's like, it's funny that like some of the drops I have 2 different versions. I have you and I have Lilith. So you know.
Yes, yeah. Back when I did the impersonations challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tap, tapping my way downtown.
Tapping my way downtown.
So funny.
I know.
Superior puss.
Superior puss.
Oh. All right. Should we get to these issues?
Yes, yeah. So you excited for the movie, The Marvels?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with this. Yeah, because I mean, we do have some body swap in here with Carol and Kamala. So I'm, trying to see what we do there, and we're gonna get some more Kree stuff going on here.
Some more Monica Rambeau, which I'm excited about. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. She'll always be Captain Marvel to me. I mean, they can call her Photon and Pulsar and whatever else. But Monica Rambeau will always be Captain Marvel to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, like I said, I don't have a synopsis, but here I'll do the credits. Captain Marvel. Oh, geez. Volume 7, number 7.
Volume 7. And I couldn't believe
is
this was
perfect.
over 10 years ago. This Kelly Sue DeConnick run was over
Yeah.
10 years ago. It just seems like it was yesterday that this came out.
And again, not just because she's a friend of the show, but I will, kids, go out and if you can, however you can get back issues, or I think they're collecting it in trade, the Kelly Thompson Captain Marvel run with Carol.
Yes, didn't that omnibus just come out recently?
Yeah, because the series just ended a few months ago. I tell you how good this series is. I mean, she got a character who wasn't like Spider-Man or someone like that. That she got a 50-issue Captain Marvel series. So
Yes.
there, there was she had something going on there. So
Absolutely. That's the first time Captain Marvel has gotten to 50 since the original, right? Yeah, because none of the other ones, Genus Val, none of those series went to 50.
No, like if you added up Genus Vell's like 2 series, you might get 50. It was either 50 or 60, I think. But yeah,
and I don't even think the Carol Ms. Marvel series went up to 50. Any of them?
No, I think Carol had a Miss Marvel's. Yeah, like in was it like 2006 or something? I think that one got the 50.
Did that one go to 50? Okay.
Yeah. But again, in this day and age, to get something to 50 that's not, like Spider-Man or
right,
Batman,
or Thor, or
favorite character.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know if Thor could even get 50 anymore. I don't think.
Right, yeah, Thor,
when's the last time Captain America or Iron Man got to 50?
Or Fantastic Four, or any of Hulk.
Hell, the only one who got Hulk to 50 was Al Ewing with Immortal Hulk, I think.
Right, but
50, yeah.
Well, that kind of ended abruptly too, didn't it? Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you don't see a lot of books getting to 50 these days.
Yeah, it is rarity. It is a rarity.
So I'll yes, go check that out, kids. All right, this one is January 2013. Writers Kelly Sue DeConnick and Christopher Sabella. Penciler and inker and colorist Dexter Soy.
Jeez, doing it all in this one.
Somebody's getting paid.
Yeah.
Letterer Joe Caramanga and editor Sana Amanet. So yeah, no synopsis. So we'll have to go through this. At least this is all Marvel Unlimited.
Right.
Should I say Marvel Limited?
Marvel Limited. It's available. That's one anyway.
I like this cover.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah. I'm not a fan of Carol's hair in this era.
Yeah, I kind of like the long thing because it's like
I like the longer hair. Yeah,
I like with like flying characters. Like if you either have like you need something whipping in the wind, either a cape or hair or something.
Yeah, it just looks cool.
Yeah, I'm talking men and women. You either need long hair or cape. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, but yeah, the costume looks great. Everything else is excellent.
Yes, I remember some of the covers on these were real. I mean, most of them were good, but yeah, some of them really stood out to me, like this one.
Yeah, this one and the next one's good too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we open up Carol's in the ocean.
In the ocean, doing some deep sea diving and a search for some wreckage.
Yeah, because Monica's called her in because there's like a mystery here because there's basically like a boat and plane graveyard on this spot in the ocean.
Yeah, that spread was really cool. Carol just observing all the graveyard of ships and planes, and there's even cars down there.
Cars, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, how did the cars get all the way out here? But yeah, that whole scene was really cool. And then she runs afoul of some very hungry great white sharks
Yeah.
that don't take too kindly to her poking around down in their neck of the woods.
Basically, bite the air tank off her back.
Yeah.
Scuba tank, yeah. Mm. You know what I'm not? I love what she thinks. You know what I'm not particularly a fan of? Nature. Nature is full of jerks.
Yeah. That is true. And she does, yes, the oxygen tank, like she can't survive without oxygen. Like she needs, and even when she's in the vacuum of space, like she has some type of field, right, around her that keeps oxygen.
I think so, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
I love when she goes back up to the surface and Monica's like keeps calling her Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel has the bends. That's gonna hurt, right? Captain Marvel. Like,
yeah. Just teasing her relentlessly.
But she's like, you haven't used the Captain Marvel name in years. It wasn't yours to begin with. You have like 15 alternate code names.
Yeah. Anyway, Monica, Photon, Pulsar, Captain Marvel, Rambeau, and then Monica hits her back with, "I'm sorry, did I just hear that right? Am I being judged by Ms. Captain Warbird Binary Marvel?" I liked that. That was nice.
Yeah, she's basically telling her, she's like, yeah, you should have called before you took the name at least. She's like, so Carol basically apologizes, and Monica's like, yeah, no one should have to find that through a Google alert. Carol's like, wait, what? She's like, wait, you have a Google alert for your name?
Set up on your code name? Oh, that's so funny.
You do Google yourself.
Yeah.
But Monica or Carol's like, you stop with the codename nonsense, and I will not tell Tony Stark about your Google alert. Wait, you tell Tony, he might as well tell everybody. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yeah, then Monica confides in her that she's basically not part of the Avengers anymore. Monica isn't. She's doing this boating stuff. She's fishing for a living, and all of these boats and ships and things are going missing, and she needs help. The problem is her powers don't work so good in the water, and that's why she needs Carol's help.
Well, yeah, she says she even has like PTSD too because the whole thing. I love how they call back to the Avengers arc there. Yeah,
I was impressed with that. Yeah, that was a nice callback. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, who hasn't read that story, Monica lost her powers briefly during a battle with Marina, who had been transformed into this monstrous Leviathan, and during this climactic battle, Monica's powers were basically shorted out by the ocean. She turned herself, I think, into lightning or something, wasn't it, Phil? And
something like that. Yeah,
something happened where she struck water and she kind of shorted herself out essentially by accident, and it really did a number on her, so much so that she was forced to leave the Avengers after that.
Oh yeah, I mean, she was all shriveled. I mean, almost killed her.
Yeah, that was so rough. I hated that crap. But yeah, she obviously, understandably, has some issues with anything now to do with water and deep sea monsters and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
Can't say I blame her.
Yeah. But then they get back to the dock, and we see this Frank guy who used to work with Carol at Woman Magazine. This photographer, Biscuit Justin or no Biscuit?
Biscuit, total Biscuit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they both got good taste in men.
Oh yeah, man. You got on page 12, bottom of page 12 there, man. You got a long lens.
Yeah. Yep. I noticed.
Oh my. But he's talking to these two about the levies and the, how they need fixed and checked out, and Monica's like, no, what? Monica's like, I got a business now. I can't, the Avengers aren't paying my bills. Because she's like, what do you want? I'm not a structural engineer. But then, yeah, she tells him, "Yeah, we're checking this whole problem out." And what
Captain
about you,
Whizbang.
Captain Whizbang?
I'm sure you could do something. Captain Whizbang?
Please do not let Captain Whizbang become a thing.
Monica's like, you stay here and save the world. Captain Whizbang and I are going to save some lives. So good.
Maybe I could help you with your thing, he says, and then you consider coming with me to check out the Levies. We could use an underwater camera. Monica, oh no. So Frank and Carol are going down this time, and
they go back the next morning, and
Monica, try not to lose another tank this time. Those things cost a lot of money.
I can imagine they cost a lot of money.
Oh
yeah. Now you want to know what's really scary? Frank says to her, "This, yes, definitely this."
Skrull invaders, MODOK embryos, brood queens. Oh yeah, definitely this. So yeah,
it is creepy. That whole graveyard at the bottom of the ocean is super creepy. I love the way that it's illustrated.
Then it seems like a big hole opens up in the bottom of the ocean floor.
Yep, drawing down Frank, and
Yeah.
Carol rushes down to save him.
Monica not entering the water, but sending part of her power down.
I liked that part. It was like light globes almost. Yeah, to illuminate the dark chasm, so that chasm and Goblin Queen, so that Carol could see Frank kind of unconsciously flailing in the darkness.
I know. She's like, he's 200 feet down.
It's a gaping hole.
But yeah, Carol catches Frank. But then we see, this big robot. I mean, basically, something has put itself together using all these plane and boat and car parts.
It's absorbed them all. And then Monica says, "Uh-oh." And Carol says, "What uh-oh?" And Monica replies, "Carol, whatever you do, don't look back." This giant monstrosity is rising out of the depths of the ocean. So cool.
Yeah, you see their boat on in front of it. I mean, it might be the size of one of its fingers.
Right? Maybe. Yeah, and that's where the issue ends. A great little cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, the monster is unleashed. We have no clue what it is or where it came from, why it's doing this stuff. Yeah, it's great.
I remember the first time I read this. At first, I see the hand. I'm like, "Wait, Ultimo?" And then I was like, "No."
Oh yeah, Ultimo. Yeah.
Itself together. It looks like it's putting itself together from the planes and stuff. I'm like, it's probably not Ultimo.
Yeah. Well, that first panel where you see it kind of lifting itself out, it definitely looks a little bit like Ultimo. Yeah. Yeah. So did you read this when it initially came out, Phil?
Yeah, I was collecting.
Yeah, you're collecting this one. Nice. Yeah. This is good. I'll have to go back and reread more of this series because I wanted to read this from the beginning, but it was one of those things that I kind of missed when the first few issues and kind of fell by the wayside. But I need to go back and revisit it because it's very good.
Yeah, it's really like nice. Like the last 10 years or so, in the last 10 years or so, it's pretty much been Kelly Sue DeConnick and Kelly Thompson. So it's know, and then even right now, Ann Nocenti is doing a Carol miniseries. So
yes, I want to read that too.
Yeah, so I mean,
I want to read that too.
Nice string there of really three good female writers writing this character.
Yep, that's awesome. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all very talented. They all have a really great grasp of the character. Yeah.
All right. So, anything else? Or should we get to the next one?
No, I think let's get to that one. And another great cover with that monstrosity thing kind of grasping Carol and trying to crush her.
Yeah, this cover is good also, but I think 7 is. I like 7
Yeah,
a little better than 8.
I liked that one better. Yeah, I liked that one better too. Yeah, but
Uh,
this one is still cool. Yeah.
let's see. All right, looks like the same team except this time we have a different colorist, Veronica Gandini. So but everyone else is the same. Yeah, February 2013. Do I have a? I don't know if I even have the title for this. I guess I just have to look at the issue. All right. So yeah, this thing's coming up out of the water. I don't even see a title in here.
Immediately attacks.
Yes.
When Carol grows up she kind of flies up into its face, and it immediately lashes out.
And then yeah, Monica tries to zap it.
She goes, "Surge, protect this, you overgrown toaster." See, these are reasons why I love Monica Rambeau.
Oh yeah.
She's the best.
I mean, I'm sure they didn't have the rights at this point. That'd be so awesome. I mean, again, for us, this is like one of the Transformers popping up out of the ocean.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that would have been great. Because that there were in the Marvel series, I'm sure that there were a bunch of Transformers just somewhere in the ocean, either active or inactive at this point in time.
I always felt they wrote themselves into a corner with that Marvel Transformers series. Well, the first one anyway, because it's like Spider-Man shows up in issue 3, and then after that, you don't get any other Marvel hero. So it's like, wait a minute. So when they're battling, anywhere on Earth, why aren't the Avengers showing up, or
right,
the
Fantastic Four,
yeah.
right? The X-Men thinking that they're Sentinels or something like that. The X-Men see them on TV and like, oh look, there's a new breed of Sentinels out. We gotta go kick their ass.
Or even like the West Coast Avengers, because it's like the first 2 years of that book, they're like on the West Coast. I think it's supposed to be.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it would have been awesome to see Wonder Man flying up into Megatron's phase.
Megatron yelling at Starscream because Wonder Man has Starscream, like a full Nelson or something. What are you doing? You're full. It's just a flashlight.
Ooh, I can see it now. Tigra versus Ravage.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man. They wouldn't know what to make of Iron Man. They'd be like, "What is that?"
Is that a mini version of one of us?
Exactly.
What do you transform into? It looks like you transform into a plane.
So yeah, they're trying to take this thing out with no luck.
Yeah, she tries microwaves. She tries a few different energy patterns to try to do some damage to this thing, but it repairs itself every time she does damage to it.
Is robotomy a word?
I love it when Carol's holding Frank and she says, "What am I supposed to do with this?" And Monica says, "I so don't care."
Yeah, see, because it's like she doesn't have a cape or anything, but Monica's like at least wearing like the long coat. I mean, like I said, he needs something visually like flapping.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I like this costume for Monica. At first, I didn't. At first, I was like, this doesn't really work for me. But then after I read it, after I got used to it, after I read the story a couple times, I said, yeah, I like this costume. This works.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little more involved in her original costume, but I mean, the white, that does kind of call back to her original look.
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, neither of them are having luck with this thing. Frank's still trying to get in trouble, trying to get pictures of this thing. Oh, but then Monica gets knocked in the ocean, but then it's like she basically touches the thing's leg and gives it a little zap.
Yeah, I liked that part.
I found there's one thing I fear more than shrinky dinking myself dying, getting smushed by a robot. That's just an undignified way to go. Don't tell that to the guy Starscream dish smushed.
Oh yeah, that's true. He won't be coming back from that. Yeah, but they discuss a tactic to keep the robot from reconstituting itself.
Oh yeah.
Would be for Monica to transform herself into pure energy for Carol to absorb and then redirect at
Yeah.
the creature.
Oh, but before that, yeah, Frank finds out what this thing is, because there was an old Avengers battle with Dr. Hogarth Hammondtree and his robot army, like right on this spot, and
Mm.
some of the robots sank and were never recovered. So
Yeah, and Hammondtree's dead, so
Yep.
the robots don't realize that their creator's gone, and they're just resorting back to their original programming, basically.
Yeah, because they've just been under the water recharging, and yeah, now they're combining.
Yeah.
So yeah, this must be weird. I mean, well, if someone who can become energy and then the other person absorbs them.
Yeah. Yeah. And they talk about it because they kind of merge into one being. Like Monica kind of knows Carol's thoughts and stuff like that. So I thought that was interesting.
So yeah, so Carol zaps the thing with Monica and that takes it out.
She goes, "Domo arigato, big guy." Completely atomizes the thing, and Frank takes some great pictures of the action from the distance on the jet ski.
And they basically take out two birds with one stone, because then they use the wreckage or the debris from that robot to like rebuild the levees and stuff.
Yeah. They shore up the levees with all that debris. Yeah. I really liked that. I thought that was a cool twist at the end.
See, this is the one thing I don't like about modern comics is you don't get like editors' notes about like when they mention old stuff sometimes, and I'm just like, I mean, some of them they'll do it anymore, but yeah, I know in like this era they weren't like doing editors' notes, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, because I was trying to think about when they mentioned the Hogarth Hammondtree.
Yeah.
Was that actually a story, or was that just something that they, like a lost tale of the Avengers that they just devised for the purpose of this story, or was that something that actually happened years ago?
Here I'm looking this up. I see. If it opens up.
Because Hogarth Hammondtree definitely sounds like a Silver Age.
Yeah.
Supervillain name. And his robot army,
There's a place for it in the Marvel database, but I don't think it doesn't have anything under here. Just mentions this Captain Marvel issue. I don't know. Did they make this up or? Huh. Unless they did make this up for this story, because yeah, everything I'm seeing, it's mentioned in this story.
Yeah, it looks that way.
I mean, that's fine, but I like when they like actually like call back this, like actual issues and stuff.
Yeah, stuff that happened years ago. Yeah, like it could have been one of Ultron's robots or something like that, or Arnim Zola or the Machine Smith, or any number of those people. Yeah, the Mad Thinker.
Or like the deeper the dive you take, I love it, because it's like there was like that one issue of Thunderbolts in the '90s. They like call back to the elements of doom. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, the elements of doom. Yeah,
like I think they showed up in like literally like one or two issues. Yeah, everything I pulled up, it's either mentioned that issue or it's like pointing me to different characters. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Jaron Hogarth coming up when I put Hogarth Hammond? Oh, I guess Hogarth. I don't know. So yeah, it might be a creation of Kelly Sue's then. If
It sounds that way, yeah. Maybe that will be like a story that we'll see later on down the road, like an untold tale of Captain Marvel, where they fought, or the Avengers or something, where they fought the robot army or something.
I'm just always worried people like forget these story arcs, or even if they have an idea, they forget it.
Yeah. Got to keep those notebooks. Got to keep those notebooks around. Keep those all those ideas ready.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, any other thoughts on these two, Justin?
I really enjoyed these. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is my first time reading both of these. I thought they were really entertaining. I thought both of the personalities of Carol and Monica were spot on.
Oh
And
yeah.
I thought their interaction with each other was really, really good. I'm glad that they were friendly towards each other and not antagonistic, because in other stories I've seen them be kind of more not hostile towards each other, but less amicable than this, and I didn't like it. I always liked them being friends. Yeah.
Yeah, before we get to the Generations issue, do you still have the app open? I was gonna say, look at the cover to number 9. That is
Number 9. I
cover.
love that cover. Yeah, I think that's actually the cover to the omnibus of this, or one of the collections of this series.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
I love it.
I do
So
remember.
good.
Do remember when this was coming out. Yeah, that was one of the best covers.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Should we get to the Generations issue?
Yes. The two Ms. Marvels together.
I tried to cheat and just put in Generations, and it just brought up a bunch of Generation X issues.
Generation X, yeah. Which, speaking of that, I was surprised at how much of that there was.
Yeah.
That went on for quite a while, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that was that sweet time we had like 50 X books. Yeah.
So many. We'll have to cover some of that sometime when we run out of other stuff to cover.
Yeah, I don't know when that'll be, but yeah.
Yeah, 2028 or something like that.
I mean, at some point we could even do it's like, okay, well, okay, let's pick a month in a year and just like cover the X books for that month.
Right. We could do a different X book every week.
Yeah.
And still not even cover half of them.
It's like this was one on sale 30 years ago.
12 different X books for you to choose from.
Well, there was 2 X-Men books. There was X Factor, X Force, Generation X,
Excalibur,
X-Man,
X-Man,
Cable,
Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine. If you pick the right ear, Deadpool.
Yeah. Yeah, there was just, and I think there was some reprints going too of some older stuff.
Yeah, and there was always a bunch of mini series and stuff. Yeah,
one-offs with specials and things like that.
Oh, that's the one I want to keep covering. The Gambit ongoing from '98. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Keep forgetting about
That's
that.
another one I haven't read.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. All right. So should we get to the Generations? Miss Marvel.
Yes, Miss Marvel.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. It says Miss Marvel, but look what it says above Generations. The Marvels.
The Marvels. Yeah,
Ah.
I noticed that. Interesting. And this is from 2017. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let me do the credits here. But yes, this one is Generations Miss Marvel number 1. Written by Kamala Khan's creator, G. Willow Wilson, penciler and inker, Paulo Villanilli, colorist Ian Herring, letterer Joe Caramanga, and editors Charles Beecham and Sana Amat. All right. So again, no synopsis though. Okay. So yeah, we see a flashback in the beginning, yes, because we see Carol as the editor of Woman magazine. So this is back during like her first ongoing series.
Yes, when she was Ms. Marvel the first time,
Yes.
and yeah, she's going around introducing the other people that work at the magazine on the senior board of directors or whatever, and they're introduced to a new intern named Karina.
Yes, but it's obviously Kamala Khan.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yes, we see that she got sucked into the time stream and then spit out. And I love how, like, I guess not to date the issue too much, but they're playing with the time because it's like you could tell it's the 70s, but they don't want to say it's the 70s.
Yes.
They
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
give you a specific year, but Kamala's like, yeah, I'm in the past because everyone's wearing weird pants and the colors are wrong and the cars look funny.
yeah, and then she goes into a store,
Oh yeah.
and she goes, I need a work outfit, but I barely have any cash on me. Is there anything in here I can get for under $20? And the woman's like, oh my, well, dear, you can get anything you want. And Kamala's like, I take it back. I'm staying here forever.
Oh yeah. I mean, look how we talk about comic prices back in the day.
Yeah. For $20, we could have in $20 in what, 1975 or whatever.
Probably buy
Think of
everything.
how
that
many
was out.
comic books we could have got. Yeah, we could have walked out with a pile of comic books.
Mhm.
It's the same thing here. It's so funny. I love that. And did you notice the name of the store, Van Dyne?
Oh no, yeah, no, see,
Yeah.
yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I love she's like walking past the Bugle or something, and Peter Parker runs in there.
Got to get those Spider-Man shots, he says.
Groovy. Then she runs into Jameson, who's yelling at her that she's late. He thinks she's one of the new interns.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. He said, "Sure, internships don't grow on trees. There are dozens of other young ladies crying into their tiger beats right now."
Tiger beats, yeah.
So yeah, he tells her to get up to the 19th floor. Miss Danvers' daily editorial briefing.
Yeah, impress her, and you might still have a job tomorrow. Good day to you, Karuna.
Kamala, Karina. So yeah, that gets us back to the beginning of the issue.
Yeah. Now, what was the cause of the whole time stream stuff? Do you remember
I can't
that she
remember.
got drawn into? Was it a Kang thing? Was it?
I can't remember what happened because that was like the big like plot of all of them. It's like all the newer ones got sucked back to to see their idols like early on.
Mm-hmm. It seemed like a Kang or an Immortus type of trick, yeah.
But yeah, Kamala's like, yeah, Carol seems happier here. Like the weight of the world isn't on her shoulders, But yeah, this is the 70s. She gave up a career in the Air Force to run this magazine because that's what women did back then. Push the world forward inch by agonizing inch. But yeah, they're trying to figure out how to boost sales, and it's like, what do women want to read about? And
yeah, they're looking at the numbers, and things look pretty grim for the magazine. Yeah.
And I love they asked Kamala, and Kamala's like, wait, what are their interests, their pursuits? Protesting stuff and unicorns.
And unicorns? I love it.
Carol's like, we'll take that under advisement.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get interrupted.
Oh, new management. As of this moment, Woman Magazine is under new management. Scream!
Barbara Nelson. And I mean, I think Carol knows, she's an alien, but at this point, but so I'm like, no one else is like questioning she has no pupils.
Yeah, or the facial tattoos, or the claws, or her penchant for shrieking.
And just the way she's talking. Since you have run this female magazine into the ground, I will take it as a spoil of war.
Insolent creature, you question my manifest generosity. You should be groveling at my feet in humility, for I have chosen a language even you can surely understand. Money. Kamala gets right in her face. You just try it, you retro bird lady.
I don't know if she calls her larval human.
Retro bird lady.
I know. I've already discussed it with your chieftain, J. Jonah Jameson.
Chieftain, yeah. I don't know, but I have a feeling that there's more to this Barbara Nelson than meets the eye. She's a transformer.
So Carol's telling everyone what to do. Make sure our vendors are still on board. There's ink on paper. Till there's ink on paper, they deal with us, not with her. Carol says, I'm going to find out what's behind this hostile takeover. Kamala's like, I'll make sure he has backup, even if she doesn't know it.
She follows her through the crowd and
Runs into the invisible spaceship.
invisible spaceship right up above the city street.
This Barbara person is definitely not from Florida.
Who dares reveal my ship?
But yeah, we see Carol in her original costume. Yep.
Original costume. Love it.
So yes, of course, Barbara is Shi'ar.
Yeah.
She says, I've heard rumors you're tearing to take over Earth's media outlets. Who are you really? Why are you attacking the press? And she says, my name is Night Scream. I was exiled from the Shi'ar Empire for my deviant ideology, but when they see what I've wrought here, they will welcome me as a hero. You must not stand in the way of my glory.
That remains to be seen. Night Scream.
Night Scream. Speaking of, that sounds like a Transformer name.
It does, totally. I forgot what it's like to face such a worthy adversary, Night Scream says. But even the worthiest adversary is a poor match for my tritanium blades.
Oh man, that bottom of page, what is that? Page 18, man. She gives almost looks like a Sal Buscema right cross, man.
Totally, yeah. I love that.
Or a left, yeah.
Yeah. So good. That's a good little battle.
Yes, but I love when Night Scream's pontificating, and then Kamala just comes down and like smushes her. Kamala, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's bird mashup supervillains.
And then they have a little bit of an introduction. The two Ms. Marvels meet for the first time.
Yeah, who are you? I'm Miss Marvel. Funny, so am I. She says, I'm not from around here, and I wouldn't have intervened at all if a spaceship hadn't appeared in the middle. I didn't need your help, kid. It seems like you did.
Kind of seems like you did. And the Night Scream gets away. She goes, so you brought a minion with you. A cowardly tactic. Carol says, cowardly is landing an alien spaceship in the middle of a crowded urban center.
Yeah, Kamala's like, and that minion just kicked your feathery butt. So yeah, so Night Scream takes off, and yeah, Kamala asks Carol why she hates her, and she's like, it's a long story. The Shi'ar have a complicated relationship with the human race, and the rivalry isn't always civil. But yeah, then they're checking on civilians. But Kamala's like, that's how we came apart. How the Miss Marvel legacy began to unravel. We took one mission in two different directions. What if there's a way to fix that?
She has a burst of inspiration.
Yep.
And Kamala does rather, and she hightails it back to the office.
Excuse me, I gotta find a typewriter or a clay tablet or whatever people use to write stuff down in this alternate reality.
Clay tablet.
So yeah, she goes. Well, they kind of both go back to the office, but Kamala's like, "Stop the press!" But she said, "People want equal rights, but they also want permission to have fun and be frivolous sometimes." Resisting the status quo 24/7 is exhausting. Sometimes you need to give yourself permission to watch smoky-eyed tutorials and make DIY face masks from cucumber slices and stuff.
Let people have their smoothie recipes and their beauty advice.
Yeah.
Make that part of the struggle for women's rights. I like that. Yeah, that's good.
Getting your rights isn't about becoming someone else. It's about not having to ask permission to be who you already are.
Mm.
So yeah, Carol's gonna go with this, and then yeah, sales are good. Even Jameson's happy at the end there. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually see J. Jonah Jameson smiling in this.
Well, that thing must have sold good.
Wow. He's only ever smiling when the paper is selling good.
Yep. See what hard work and a can-do attitude can propel you to the 50th floor in a matter of a few years. Come on, I just want to go back to my economic
dystopia. And that's when Night Scream attacks again.
Yeah.
Right at the building.
You think you can insult me openly without paying the price? Your treacherous chieftain Jameson has double-crossed me, and now all his minions will suffer.
Bring it on, bird lady.
So yeah, Carol takes after her first because she's in costume, and then Kamala shows up again.
Mm-hmm.
You tell your empire, that planet Earth is not for sale. And Kamala, why is punching bird hybrid supervillain so uniquely satisfying?
Don't know, maybe the wind resistance.
Yes.
Carol gives her another haymaker since they're flying with it.
Yep.
Love it.
So they have a little bit of time here, but then Kamala starts disappearing. So I think she's going back to the present.
She says, cue cinematic violin theme. I love that.
And it's basically, see you, Miss Marvel. See you, Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. So what you think of your first time reading this?
I really enjoyed this. Yeah, this is a great little story. I like that the villain was a Shi'ar because it was a good callback to Carol's arch nemesis Deathbird and all that stuff. And I like that the time that Kamala got sent back to with Carol was when she was at the magazine, and rather not the time when she was working in the Air Force Base and all that stuff, because then Kamala would have had to like skulk around the Air Force Base and deal with the military people and all that type of stuff, and it would have changed the whole dynamic of the story a lot.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that Kamala was kind of the intern for this magazine and trying to pitch in some ideas about how to frame things in a certain way for people, for other women in a different time period, when she wasn't even alive. It was a great idea for a story. It was a great foundation for the story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and the artwork was really good too. I loved the depiction of Carol's original costume. It looks really good.
Oh, yeah.
With the weird little scarf things. which are terribly impractical. I mean, those little scarf things would, for both Kamala and Carol, I mean, would get caught on anything flying by, or some supervillain would grab that and use that to fling them into the side of some building or something.
Exactly.
But for the effects of like visual aesthetic, they look really cool.
I'm trying to remember if and when it showed how they were all yanked back in time, but it looks like all the one shots are on here because the Hawkeye and Hawkeye are on here on the app. Phoenix and Jean Grey.
Ooh, okay.
Iron Man and Ironheart. Wolverine and All New Wolverine. Yeah, Miss Marvel, which is the unworthy Thor and the mighty Thor. Oh, and Carol, also present day Carol goes back and meets Marvel because Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel. Right. So
nice.
And Banner Hulk and Totally Awesome Hulk.
Maybe we'll have to cover that one on Gamma Charge one of these days.
There you go. Sam Wilson, Captain America, and Steve Rogers, Captain America. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Peter Parker, Spider-Man. So I think that's all of think that's all of them.
That's quite a few though.
Yeah, I remember it was a little event.
Hmm. I'll have to go back and read a bunch of those.
So, all right, kids. So yeah, that's your Marvels episode.
Yeah, that's your Marvels episode, and let us know your thoughts on the movie as well after it comes out.
Yes, I think
We'll certainly be giving our thoughts at some point.
10th. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I didn't really enjoy the first Captain Marvel movie. I thought it was kind of boring, but I think that this one has the potential to be really entertaining and really good. I loved the Ms. Marvel Disney Plus show. I thought that was excellent. I loved Monica in WandaVision. So yeah, I'm really excited for this movie.
Yeah, I mean that first Captain Marvel movie, it was a lot of setup. It was like it took place between. I mean, they put it between Infinity War and didn't they do? Or no, or was it before Infinity War? Yeah, I think it was right before Infinity War, maybe.
Yeah.
Because when he drops that pager at the end, you kind of know what that symbol is. Yeah.
Right, and then the beginning of Endgame, she rescues Tony, and yeah.
But it's a lot of setup, and it's set in the past, in the '90s and stuff. So
yeah. My argument was always that they could have introduced her in a Guardians of the Galaxy film without having the need to do a whole big long origin movie with a what I felt to be a very poorly told origin. And it was just so boring. It was one of the few Marvel movies that I've ever fallen asleep in the middle of when I watched it the second time at home. That middle half just drags, and I remember falling asleep, and I was like, "Wow,
yeah."
Yeesh.
And then you have to kind of explain where she's been for almost 30 years and stuff. It's like, what does it say? She got kidnapped in the '90s, and thanks to Kree science or whatever, she, basically she's still there, hasn't aged, but it's the present day. Yeah.
It's almost like if Disney Plus had been around back then,
yes,
that would have been the perfect place to introduce Carol. Would have been a Disney Plus show, and then have her come in and Endgame and make her movie debut that way. That would have been the way to do it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm super excited for this movie. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be super entertaining. I think it's going to be fun. And I think we're also going to get a bit more glimpses into the Kree stuff.
Oh yeah.
Which was one of the gripes that I had with the first movie, was that we got a few mentions of Kree stuff, and we got a few glimpses of Hala, but and the Supreme Intelligence. No, I wasn't pleased with the glimpses of the Kree life that we got in the first movie. So I'm hopeful that we'll get a little bit more of that in this next one.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do it the same way. I think it was in the Kelly Thompson run. I know she used it. I'm trying. I think she came up with it where Carol has like a half, like a Kree sister or a half Kree sister. Yeah. So
that would be cool.
Wonder if we're gonna get into that where one of her parents wasn't human and so yeah.
That would be really cool. I'd like to see that.
Yeah. So yeah, send us your thoughts on that movie, kids.
Yeah. And send us your thought on these issues too.
Yes, please. Yeah. But yeah, I'll force Lil to do a Capes and Lunatics episode on that movie.
Now, is she looking forward to it? I don't think she liked the first one.
I don't think so, but I know. I mean, she really isn't thrilled with like half the MCU stuff. So yeah,
I wasn't sure if she had any opinion one way or the other.
She's waiting for the possible reboot. She can't wait for until we get a new Iron Man and everybody.
Yes. Yeah, I saw those rumors, and I think there's some truth to that. I do.
I think they're saying, starting with Loki 2 and maybe going up to Secret Wars. Yeah, that'll be like our soft reboot or whatever.
Yeah. And I've been saying that for a while. I mean, these actors are getting older. As they get into their 50s and 60s, they're not going to be wanting to put on these costumes and do this green screen stuff all the time. Like, how many movies was Scarlett in? How many movies was Chris in? Like 10, 12? How many movies was Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. How many movies was he in? Like 12, 15 as Tony Stark?
Oh yeah, I mean
That's a huge commitment. And when you're an actor and you want to do other movies that aren't Marvel necessarily, it's tough. So I can see them wanting to do that soft reboot sooner rather than later, just so they can avoid that when it gets to be that problem.
although I do remember an interview where it's like Robert Downey Jr. was saying, he's like, once that face mask goes down, I'm on coffee break.
Nice. I like that. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, he doesn't have to get as physical as like any of the Chris's or Scarlett. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, kids. So yes, that's, like I said, that was your Marvels episode. The next 2 weeks, you're gonna get your crossover with Ultimate Spider Cast. You're gonna get some Mackendale in here.
Gobble gobble month.
That's right, because we had to trim one of the issues because it wasn't on Marvel Unlimited. So go yell at them and tell them to complete the Deathlock run there from the 90s.
Yeah, because I want to read some more of that Deathlock run, and I would kind of like to read the whole thing.
It's one thing, it's just a random issue, but they're interfering now with our 5th annual Hobgobble Gobble month. So
yeah, it's unacceptable.
Gobble gobble.
We do it for the kids. The kids love it every year.
Gobble gobble.
There's one of them now.
Gobble gobble.
We'll have to do it next year too in my birthday month. We'll fit another episode in. We'll do another gobble gobble episode.
Oh, nice.
November. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. That's one of the kids.
Gobble gobble.
Just that meme I put up on Facebook. I saw it. I had to share it. It said showed all the old Super Nintendo, the old Sega Genesis and stuff, and it's like, if you played these as a kid, well, you better go take some ibuprofen for your back today.
Make sure to take your Metamucil this morning.
Oh my. Don't eat the whole box of crackers, kids. You'll be in trouble.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. So, all right. So yes, you're So for the week 1 of Hobgobble Gobble month, yes, we'll cover the first appearance ever of Jason Mackendale in his Jack-o'-lantern guise, Machine Man number 19, which is, I believe, the final issue of that Machine Man series.
Oh, is it the last issue? No kidding.
So. If you look at the cover, they kind of make a joke. Yeah, it's like it's important collector's issue, or another way to say we're not getting to issue 20 or something like that.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
So yeah, Machine Man 19 and Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme number 11, which was part of the Acts of Vengeance.
Oh yes, yeah.
So I don't know why that cabal thought that Hobgoblin could take Doctor Strange, but
well,
but he's got a demon. All right, and then in 2 weeks, to continue that, yes, we'll cover Ghost Rider 16 and 17.
Yeah, going back to some Ghost Rider.
As Mackendale takes on not only Ghost Rider, but Johnny Blaze and Spider-Man.
Yes. Yeah. He knows how to pick these fights, doesn't he?
Well, that demon didn't help matters when he's bonded to that demon.
That's true. He wasn't exactly himself back then.
Come on, Justin. You know how righteous some people get when they think religion's on their side.
Oh, I know. I take great pleasure in offending those people.
I wonder if that was someone's subtle commentary where it's like, because the demon thought he was on like a holy crusade. If that was like kind of like a, like, yeah, they don't think they have religion on their side.
I liked that too. Yeah, he was talking about sinners and all this other stuff. Yeah, yeah, and having it be a demon that was saying that, it was deeply ironic. Yeah, I loved it.
All right, and then the week after that will be our 50th episode already, kids. Then we're gonna do our big Death of Marvel special. So you're actually getting 2 Captain Marvel episodes this month, but it's a different.
That's true.
Yeah,
different eras. Yeah, different eras.
Different character. Yeah, and of course, now You get an extra episode this month. You're welcome. But yes, we close out November with one of Justin's picks, Fantastic Four, 371 through 375.
Which I think is my birthday week, so that's perfect. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
kid.
I love that Fantastic Four story.
Oh, yes. Vests, big guns, and Sue Richards' boob window. Yes.
And special covers.
Two special covers.
Two of them.
Within 5 issues, 2 special covers. I think that 371, I think it got like a second printing because I think
It
like
did. There was a white
forget.
one and there was a red one.
Yeah, I couldn't remember
Yes.
which came first and which came second, but yeah, I knew there was there's a white one and a red one. Yeah.
I think the white one came first because that was the one that I had. And I think the red one was second, if I'm right. Yeah.
And then 375 is all sparkly.
Yeah. All holographic and shiny.
All right, kids. So yeah, send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, the Patreon.
Join me in the Patreon Elite.
Yes. Him and Russell and Moz and that fancy man Ray.
The Hard Master.
And yes, I'm sorry, his proper name. Yes, the Hard Master. You always want to say it with that accent.
The Hard Master.
And why is he the Hard Master, kids? Because he always has
Sex on the mind. Exciting times to be.
It's reading all those issues of Tigra and Silver Sable.
It's a lot of
Black
meat.
Cat.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of meat.
Rumpy Pumpy.
Oh, Ray, you just brought it on yourself.
Out of the pouch.
Subscribe to the Patreon. You never know what you're gonna get. Drunken Lilith Hellfire rants, sober Lilith Hellfire rants, movie reviews, we rank Scream Queens in October. Yeah, because Milf and I were just talking. We're like, man, we need to find a new victim for this, that, or the third.
Oh yeah. I don't think has Ray or Russell.
No, I know her and I did each other, and then we think you might have been the one. Yeah, we got to get the rest of this team.
Yeah, and Moz, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so go subscribe to that Patreon, kids.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Find everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. All right, Mr. Justin the Owl. You can find him here every week on Marvel Tales. You can find him once a month on We Are the Night,
the Batman podcast.
Yeah.
I love Batman.
I know, kids. Yes, you can find we talk Jean-Paul Valley, Azrael every month, and you can find him twice a month on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast.
Yes,
where we talk Superman comics in pretty much order.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, still only one episode in, once a month, doing Energon Universe, where we cover all the new Transformers. Yeah, that whole universe over at Image Comics. So me, Justin, and that fancy man from Kentucky, Russell.
Wild like an animal.
Gotta rub that one in.
Where's the Joker nuggets?
Where's the Joker nuggets?
Hey, Ray, remember this?
That's an
Sausage Man. Sausage Man.
Russell got too much time on his hands. All right, but so yes, you can find him all over the place here. But Justin, where else are you podcasting? Because you're the new king of podcasting.
That's right.
Since Ray let his addiction to Marvel Snap get the better of him.
So it seems, yeah. You can also find me on Over with Russell on Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is. We talk about the Incredible Hulk and She-Hulk every month. We are also joined by our pals Ray and Sparky on Predator and Prey, the Yucha podcast, where we talk about Fox's Predator twice a month. On Tomes of Evil, the comic book supervillain podcast, Russell and I are doing some specials on that again. And we've reactivated our show, Gone the Form of Man, the Etrigan podcast, going all the way back to 1973 with DC's Demon and covering all of the original Jack Kirby series. And last but certainly not least, The Lost Library of Legends. By the time this episode of Marvel Tales comes out, there should be 2 new episodes of The Lost Library of Legends for people to check out. 2 new spotlights on some little known comic book series from the past.
Scream at!
Cock-a-doodle-doo! That too.
Whoa!
Talking about meat is so natural.
For Justin.
Tap, tap, tapping my way downtown. Giant sized man thing. Well, that escalated quickly.
Always does with that man thing, doesn't it?
Always.
No. Hope it does. All right, kids. Yes, come back. 2 weeks of Hobgobble. 2 more weeks of Hobgobble Gobble episodes for you, kids.
Yes.
And
Mac Daddy Mackindale.
We get to big episode 50, kids.
Yeah, it's going to be a big deal.
It's no Tiger. I wonder if we get Ray for the December. We're doing 2 Dazzler episodes. I wonder if we get Ray for that.
Ooh, Dazzler, maybe. We'll have to see.
All right, kids, come back next time. Higher, further, faster.